Okay, so tonight I have a sample of Knob Creek 18-year batch 3 100 proof. And it's coming in from my good friend Dean from That Bourbon Dude. I've had, and I've mentioned before that I'm not a huge fan of the 9-year 100 proof Knob Creek. It's not bad. If that's all that there is, I'm not offended by it. It's just, it was just kind of okay. It wasn't great. It's not my jam. A lot of people love it, but just not for me. I've tried the 12, and I love that. I loved the Blenders edition that I reviewed the other night. Trying to think what else I've tried. But I've become of the opinion that as long as it's not that basic release, it's actually pretty good. So this is an 18-year. He's got some nice color. Ooh, it is hanging onto that glass. So that's nice. A lot of people, because it's a Jim Beam product, get a peanut node or peanut brittle. My friend Matt, he always gets peanut brittle. I've started to, there was a Jim Beam product that I had here a while back that I was finally getting a peanut note. And now off the top of my head, I can't remember what it was. So, but the Knob Creeks that I have tried, I have not got peanut. Nice sweet oak on the nose. Typical bourbon oak caramel. I think I'm getting some brown sugar in there. That is nice. Little rye spice, obviously oak. There's something else there. Not quite, there's a little bit of vanilla. The finishes, I'm jumping to the finish because it's right there. There's kind of a little bit of a bitter, kind of that dark chocolatey note. And when I say that, it's not that it tastes like dark chocolate. Sometimes I do get that they taste like dark chocolate. But sometimes it's just that bitter finish you get after you've had dark chocolate. It's that. And it's not bad in any way. It's actually something I kind of look forward to. It's a little drying on the palate. It's not bad at all. That's not a bad thing. It's surprisingly soft. 100 proof. There's absolutely no heat to it. It's very, very good. This, unfortunately, this isn't one I've ever seen on the shelf. Probably won't. I know it's a little bit up there in price, so it's probably, it's probably a good thing that I don't have access to a bottle of this, because as easy as it is to sip, like, it would go fast. It would go fast. This is a good one. The nose is, the nose has a little bit more punch than the palate does, if that makes sense. It's I'm trying to find the best way to describe it. It's oak, which obviously it's 18 years in the barrel. You're not going to have an 18-year-old whiskey bourbon that does not have an oak impact. But it's very good. It's not overly oaky. There's a rye spice to it. Maybe a hint of honey. It's not the way it tastes. If it was a little bit of a bready note, it would taste just like a pastry or something. It doesn't have that breadiness to it. And that's not bad at all. That's not a negative thing. I'm just saying that I'm trying to relate the flavor I'm getting, and it's like almost a pastry, but not. It's missing something to bring that out. This is so good. And yes, look at them. Look at them legs. It's just awesome. Trying to think the best way to describe that, and other than just good. It's thinking about. I've been trying to come up with my own scoring system, or at least implement something that somebody already has in place that I can kind of adapt it to me. And my friend David, it's a 10-point system, and it's 3 for the nose, the palate, and the finish. Each get 3, and then value is like a 1 point. So I may start working on implementing something like that. I've just got to sit down and figure it all out. But if I was, this one would definitely be up there. I mean, the nose, it's bright. It's oak, but it's not, you think 18 years, and it's not just punching you right in the face. So I would probably give the palate a 2.5. The nose, the palate is, you've got that oak, you've got the rye spice, there's a little something else there. It's somewhere between honey and caramel. I would probably give it a 2. The finish, it just hangs on, and it's very good. It's got that slight bitterness. Like just sitting here as I've been talking, I can still taste it. It's there. I would probably give that a 2.5. So we're coming in at what is that, 7? Not sure I like the scoring because I think it's higher than a 7 out of a 10. Value, it's hard for me to rate. This is a sample from a friend. I'd have to look up what the SRP is. The reason I brought this scoring up because I was sitting here talking and it popped into my head and I brought it up. So I didn't plan on that. So I don't know. I don't know what I'd give it on the value. That's something I'd have to think about. And that's my only issue with some of this scoring is it's hard to rate the value of something that was given to me. So that's something I've got to work on. But I would definitely, if I was going to say 10 was the absolute best whiskey I've ever had, and 1 was the absolute worst, then I would say this is probably about a 7.5 to 8. So when you say it like that, it really doesn't sound as bad. But So I'm going to work on a scoring system and see if I can't get something implemented. So I can get a better idea of what, give y'all a better idea of what I really think of, other than just saying, you know, it's good and more gooder and all that. As it sits here, it gets more, that the rye spice on it. It's not super punchy, but it's there. It's not any of that funk or apple peel. It's just like spice and honey with a little bit of oak. Yeah, that is so good. That is so good. So yeah, I'd say it's probably in the upper third of best bourbons I've ever had. And I'm really grateful that he shared this with me. And I hope y'all enjoyed Mile Creek 18 year batch 3.